But it's amazing to me because I met you really when you were at the rehab center. I think you had come back from Africa. I met you, yeah. And to see where you are now with the church and reaching the people and that. I mean, I think your story, Connie, really is a story of the love of God. You know, and really, I would title your story from the prison, where you were born in the prison, to the bridge, living under the bridge, to the rehab center, to Uganda, to the prodigal son, back to the rehab center, and yeah, you are a pastor, and you're really doing the work of the ministry. It's amazing.
I'm in a position where I need latest after 4 hours something to drink because I started shaking.
Because you were truly like an alcoholic.
I really was completely in. Yes, and I don't want to speak about what I'm drinking a day. That's another story. Yeah. That's another story. It was more than enough. Yeah. And then I was sitting there and I was thinking about my life, and I was really saying, Connie, if you continue in this way, you will be dead in 2 years. I know it. I have seen a lot of dramas in the city of Frankfurt. People are dying on the street with alcohol, with drug addiction. I have seen people who want to get free with alcohol addiction, who ripped out the nails from the finger from pain. Yes, and all the things. I have seen such a lot of bad things what nobody should see and nobody should live.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to this Revival Streams broadcast. My name is Vincent Skinner. And remember, don't forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube. We appreciate it. And if this broadcast ministers to you, then please share it with. As you can see, the other side of the screen, I've got Pastor Connie Oberle from Weinberggemeinde. And I'm sure I said that right. In Germany, and Connie's been a really good year, but he has an amazing testimony that I think is worth hearing. We wanted to do this because I asked him to come. The testimony that he has with his life, what he's been through and what Jesus has done for him is really powerful and should be heard. So, hey Connie, how are you? And please greet the people and tell us how things are going in Germany right now. So
okay, hello everybody, and hello Vincent.
Hey,
it's good
Connie.
to see you again, and thank you for the invitation for this podcast. Yes, it's really good to be with you, and things are going. It's okay, but we can read something is happening in the spirit, in the realm of spirit. Feel something is. I think the Lord is preparing some new things for Germany, and we are waiting for I don't like these words, breakthroughs and Bible, but something which will show up in a way for us, and I'm really hungry for it, and I'm full of expectation what the Lord is doing.
Okay, well, let's jump right into your testimony, Connie. First of all, how long have I known you? Probably since the mid 2000s. Is that right?
No, it's actually it's at the beginning of 2000. I think we met up first time in 2004. We up in the Rehab center at this time, together with you, with a friend of you. Yes, that was the beginning of a long journey, which is meanwhile for 22 years.
So.
Yes, and it's amazing what the Lord has done, all of things and how it works, and I'm for to meet you and all the experience what I have with you by traveling with you, coming to Germany 3 times a year. We have still a good work out for this time when you are in Germany.
Okay.
And I'm really thankful. So we are together and walking together.
So, Connie, let's begin. I mean, I think it's going to almost sound funny, but let's begin in the beginning. And literally, I mean, you were born, because I know that that is a story in and of itself. And then we'll kind of weave your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you said, in the beginning. Yes,
Yeah.
and if you start it from the Bible out, it says in the beginning the all things were chaotic and deep, and the night was there. There was no light, and that's the way how. But the Spirit of the Lord was upon everyone. So that
right.
is what I have to say,
Okay.
especially for me. So in the beginning, so I was born in the yes, in 1959. So that means I'm 67 years old now.
Okay.
Yes, and I was directed.
Now you say you're born in the prison. I think you should explain that.
Okay, so my mother was pregnant when she got into the prison, and I come to birth in the prison. Yeah, in a woman prison.
Okay.
Yes, and she gave me directly after she gave to me in a off which was close to this city. So I grew up in this orphanage till the age of 4. So
4
I
years
stayed
old.
there for 4 years. I was in this orphanage, yes, which was led by Catholic nuns.
Okay.
Yes. You see, so all things started with God. My thing started with God. And then there was a point in 1963, I get adopted by a couple, which are coming, which found me. And to be honest, this adoption is going through a leader of a Catholic institution.
Okay.
Yes, who arranged this thing, vacation, and they get friends and they talked about it and all stories. So they make it.
How old were you when you were adopted?
I was 4 years old.
Okay, so they met on vacation and
Yes.
worked it out. Wow.
And they talked about this, and my father talked. Okay, he has a business, and in this business, there is the problem. Not a business. He has a problem, so they could not have. Yes, and they are thinking about to adopt a child. To adopt a child. That was the beginning of the whole thing. And this man told my father, so he has opportunities or the way to help him. At this time in the 60s in Germany, it was so easy to adopt a child.
Okay.
Yes, it was a long procedure. Yes, and though they found me.
All right.
And picked me up on a Sunday morning and started. And I have to, looking backwards, this for me was the best thing what could happen to a human being.
Yeah.
Because fantastic parents. Yes, they really take care for me. They love me with their out of their heart. Yes, and I have no struggle, no problems with my parents.
Did you ever see your mom again?
Actually, I don't. I did not.
didn't.
I tried to figure it out. It was always I want to know. I want not to know. I want to know. I don't want to know. Yes, but then I want to know. Yes, and I get the address, and I called up there, and I get her sister-in-law on the phone, and she told me she died 4 weeks before.
Okay, and this was many years later when you were an adult.
Many years.
Okay.
So there is a whole life story between after to this point.
Okay, well, let's get back to your adopted parents then. So they adopted you at 4. Right.
So I started, and I lived a normal business. He is running a business with up to 50 people. Employment, yes, and I grew up in a normal way. I'm going to school. I'm going to the biggest my education school, yes, and that was all the normal way what you can do.
Yeah.
Yes, I have my fun with my boys, my friends, and all the things. So everything should be good and look good.
Okay.
Yes, up to the age of 13, I started to drink. At this time, it was usual to drink alcohol.
for young people
in Germany.
Yeah.
So nobody was blamed if a 13-year boy drank a glass of beer. That was not unusual at this time. Even my father is coming out from a business with house builder and constructors, and at this time the people who are working at this thing, they are drinking beers. That was normal.
Yeah.
So nobody think about those things. So,
Yeah.
but I started to drink alcohol in the age of 13, yes, and it goes a step by step, yes. And if you know alcohol is an addiction which is not killing you directly, but it's going step by step.
Yeah.
And then the time is coming where it break you completely down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get my business. I learned my business. I'm a trained businessman.
Okay,
Yes,
that was your
because
career.
I was ready to. Sorry.
That was your career. You were a businessman.
That was my career. Yes, and I should take over the business from my father when it was a time. Yes, that was his plan.
Yes.
Yes, that was the side thinking on adoption. So he don't adopted me because he want only somebody for the business. He adopted me because they want a child. But the side thinking was, okay, I need a child if this business should go on.
Okay.
Yeah. So they told me you can do what you want, as parents said, learn what you want. But at the end of the day, you feel this. What you have to do, you have to learn business, if you like it or not. I myself want to be a truck, but anyway.
So you wanted to drive trucks.
I want to drive. That was my big dream.
Okay.
Up to today.
All right.
Yes. And but to learn this, I have to go out house for 15 and around 16. I have to left my home 250 kilometers to a friend father to learn this business, because this was not, I could not do it in the area of my father's business.
Okay.
Yes, 16 years. Yes, alone by myself, 250 kilometers, get a room rent from my parents. They paid for it, with an old widow.
Okay.
She has a small house. There was one room, and it was very, very simple. There was no TV. There was nothing. You are happy to have a flowing water running.
Okay.
Yes. So that was the thing. So you are sitting in a when you are finished with the work. So you are sitting in your room and nothing. I started. My parents gave me in a restaurant. They booked a daily meal for me. So I'm always going, starting to get connection to the pubs. Yes.
Okay.
That was the beginning of the thing. So you learn this one and this one. Okay, this career is, I think I have not to go in details about this one, but it started to run. Yes, I finished my business learning, and then I'm going to the army, and then I'm going, and the moment I had finished my business, I was finished with this learning. My father sold his business.
Oh, he sold the business.
He sold the business in the moment. I was finished in July, and in November he sold his business.
So everything you were planning and preparing for your life suddenly was not there.
Was absolute broken down. Everything. I was disappointed in a big way. Yes, yeah. I could not understand, and I was not blamed, but I could not understand it. Yes, but it was what it was at the time. Today I say it was the best decision what my father has done.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I looked at my alcohol career, what happened afterwards, it was the best decision what he could do. Yes. And
now, were you already having problems with
I could see how it works. I'm really was alcohol. Yes. Okay. Then I worked as a waiter in a pub, and so it was my life. Daily working and then drinking. Full thing what I'm living for.
Okay.
Yes. I was not, I have in my business, I knew how to run my business. I was successful all the time. I was always successful. Yes. And I'm going back home to my parents, and I started to be in another company. I was what is it called? Part of this one filiale. I don't know.
Like a foreman or a manager.
No, like a manager so they have, I think 50 points where they sailed, and I was a manager with the youngest manager from one of these. So I really was successful, but there were two lives for me: the business life and the alcohol life. There was no other lifestyle for me. Yes, I never get it out of me. And then I get my first marriage, which was actually born out of alcohol. Yes, and it was a disaster. Yes, and at this time the addiction has really touched me very strong, and I can see, you don't realize it if you are in the addiction.
You don't realize that you have
don't
alcohol
see
problems.
How the alcohol or the addiction is changing your the people you are connected, the social parts are changed. You get new friends which are which are doing the same as you, because your friends you have, they don't want to stand with you because you are always drunk.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So you get new friends. You are living with friends from the pub, and that was my life up from, let me say, from 16, when I started to go out from my home place. And I will not say it was a mistake from my parents to send me there. I will not say this.
Yeah.
Yes, that is not the right way. I know if I was able to talk about it, maybe it came not to the point where it goes. That's his time. But I was not speaking.
Yeah.
So all what is inside in me, I just put alcohol on it. Yes, to all the things. But I don't want to go here in the details.
Okay.
And then I can realize how my life changed from successful. It gets slowly down.
Okay.
So I lost the good jobs and all the thing, the money. I made a lot of money at this time. So I have no problems about money, but I spent all money with drugs and gambling. With alcohol and gambling. Yes, and then the the alcohol really take me over. It's not successful. Then I just had a good job again, and I was going to Frankfurt because we lived close to Frankfurt. Always was in Frankfurt, gamble and to all this nonsense stuff what we do during the night. Yes, and I was standing in the morning at the rail station to go home, and I was dressed in my suit from the day before and with a tie and everything, and I stood there and I'm thinking, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to live this life again. I don't want to live
you were on your way home in your suit and your tie when in Frankfurt City on the streets.
Yes.
But it's amazing to me because I met you.
I'd make a decision. That's it for me. I'm not going in the system back.
From Africa. I met you. Yeah.
I always, and that was my cry inside. I never ever was Connie by himself.
Okay.
I always was somebody. To bring it to the point, I was always the son of this businessman. I was never, always the son of.
Yeah.
And I have to react it as the son of. Yeah. And I hear from my parents always, think about, you are the son of us. People know you. And I was thinking, I don't care what people thinking about me, but I have to function because of. And that was the moment I said, no, I don't want to do this any longer.
Now, if I remember, you had an apartment, you had all that stuff, and you just never went back.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I have everything. There was no reason to go out.
Okay.
I had my job. I have everything.
You just had enough.
I was standing there and said, I'm done with this life. I don't want to live this life any longer.
So where'd you go?
I stood in Frankfurt in the area of the rail station, there's a red light district. You know this area.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a red light district around this main
Around
main
Central
rail station.
Station. Yeah.
Yes, and so was at this time was a several part where homeless people are standing, drinking alcohol for the whole day, blah blah blah. Yeah, and I got to these people and standing, and I have money in the pocket. Even I look dressed, I have money in the pocket, so I buy beer. So what do you do when you have money? You can buy your friends.
Yeah.
Or you buy the people.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yes. So I stood with them. So when it came to the first night in Frankfurt, somebody told me, I have a tent a little bit outside from the town. We can go there with a train, and you can stay with me in the tent. That was a woman that said, okay. I stood with her, I think, for 3 weeks. So in the morning, we are going in the town, and in the night, going back. That was the beginning from living off the street. Yes, by making my own decision. There was no reason to do it.
Yeah.
I want to stop this life.
Yeah.
Yes, and this life took me 3.5 years under the bridge.
So the bridge. Actually, I've been to that bridge, to the exact spot. Walked past it many times. It's like the bridge goes like that, and then under it, obviously under the bridge, obviously it keeps you out of the rain, the snow, and everything else.
Yeah, and we was able at this time we lived there with, I think, okay, so the basic people there, we are 10 people.
Okay.
And it was allowed us to build a little bit like a camp. Yeah,
Okay.
so we have clothes, we can cook under the thing. Yes, and close to this place there was a bank, around sitting bank. And there was a homeless man. I think he lived for years on this place. Wow. And he built a little wooden house around this around bank, and that was allowed from the town or from the city. Yes, and he invited us, so we shared it together. We cooked together. That was our lifestyle. That was our family at this time.
Okay,
we walked together. We stayed together. And all the things. So it was okay. You need somebody to survive.
From what year to what year was this?
That was from 1990 to 1993.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a crazy time, and I realized, hey, that is one time. That was in the beginning of 1993, or in February. It was February around this area, and I was sitting at the, and that was also a little bit clear in my head.
Yeah.
Yes. The thing is, I'm in a position where I need latest after 4 hours something to drink because I started shaking.
Because you were truly like an alcoholic.
I really was completely in. Yes. Okay. And I don't want to speak about what I'm drinking a day. No, I mean, that's another story. It was more than enough. And then I was sitting there and I was thinking about my life, really saying, Connie, if you continue in this way, you will be dead in 2 years. I know it. Yeah. I have seen a lot of dramas in the city of Frankfurt. People are dying on the street with alcohol, with drug addiction. I have seen people who want to get free with alcohol addiction, or ripped out the nails from the finger from pain. Yes, and all the things. I have seen such a lot of bad things, what nobody should see and nobody should live. Yeah. And I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, for me and myself, I was done with my life, to be honest. I was done. Yeah. But I was married and I was divorced at this time, but I had a daughter. And I was thinking about my daughter at this very moment under the bridge. I was thinking about her, and I was thinking and saying by myself, that is my daughter. have a right of her father. I don't know.
You married and divorced before all of this happened?
Before Under the Bridge, yes.
Okay.
And that's another story what happened all in that. It was not a nice thing. But anyway, and so I was sitting there and I was thinking my daughter had a right to know and to see. I don't know my biological father. I don't have a name from him. And that was a point where something inside of me changed. So I always, Under the Bridge, that was me. I was always going into churches. Okay, I grew up with a Catholic background. Yes, if you need somebody, you go in the church and you take your candle and put it on light. You know the stuff.
Yes.
That is what I have done for my daughter. For myself, I would not ask. For my daughter, I have done this often in Frankfurt. Yeah. So I was sitting there and I said, okay, my daughter had a right. So I made a decision. I said, I will live. I have no idea how to do it. There was nothing what I can take and say, that's the way. I had nothing. So I called my father, where you see how my father was. My father, my parents know that I am under the bridge. Yeah. And then at that time when I get out under the bridge, I don't call them. I don't speak to police, and the police figured out I'm there, and they called my parents and said, okay, we find him. Yeah, but we cannot take him away because he's old enough to stay when he wants to stay there. Yeah, you're your own person. How old were you, by the way? By the way, at this time, I was 1990. I was 31. 31 years old. Okay. And but my father figured out that there are contact office for homeless people. Yes, and my father sent office. I knew it. At this time, there are these cards for the phones where you can load it and then you can go make calls. Yeah. So he put one of these cards in this office for me. Just if there is a need, call me up. I will help you. That was my father. What he has done all over my life. Yeah. Yes. He was a special guy. Yeah. He shows me his love, but he was not able to tell me, my son, I love you. Okay. That is one of this sentence. I heard it the first time. I was 37 years old. It came out of his mouth. And I looked at him and I didn't tell him that, but I thought by myself, maybe you should say this before to me. But so anyway. You were 37 before you heard those words? I knew he loved me, but I don't hear it. Yeah. Yes. Anyway. Yeah. So I called my dad up and I said, look, organize me a place for a rehab center. He was shocked. And I can understand because he talked 10 years to me, go for a rehab. I said, I'm not addicted. What do you want from me? Yeah. And then yes, okay, I will take care for it. I will figure it out. Yeah. At the same time, I was in with medical treatment and need doctors who are looking for open wounds, what you get when you are. And there was on the other side, and this was a doctor. He opened a cafe for homeless people. So you can go there, can have a cup of coffee, sitting in the warm things. And if you have something you need him as a doctor, he will take care for it, but not charging. So I got there, and he was a Christian. So I got there, and he always started to speak about Jesus. Okay. And I looked at him after a while and I said, hey, man, that's wonderful what you are doing, but please don't talk always about Jesus. I don't want to hear about this. I don't believe for me there is a God. I'm getting out of the church, but I don't want anything. He respected this one. Though when I had this call with my dad, I was going back to him, I think the next day or the following day, and looked at him and said, Klaus, I make a decision. I'm going for a rehab. And he looked at me, and the first thing what he said was, hallelujah.
Your dad?
No, this doctor.
Oh, the doctor.
The doctor.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we are back again. Anyway, a few days later, I was back again, and then he looked at me, and the doctor said, "Are you still willing to go out from the under the bridge?" I said, "Yes, I will. I'm waiting what my father is preparing." And I said, "Look, there is a guy out sitting in the cafe. Maybe you talk to him. Maybe he can help you." So I get out in the coffee, and I met a man in the first time, which impressed me so much. He has 170 centimeter. I don't know how much inches.
Maybe 5.5 feet. Or...
I don't know what it means in America. 170 kilo. He was a massive man. You know him.
Yeah, I knew him. Yeah.
You met him. Yes, yeah. And he looked at me. It was full of what tickled me, what touched me. And he says, "So what do you want? Do you want to go out?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, we can go there and this place and that place. I can help you. Tomorrow morning at this time, be at that place. I pick you up and then we are."
So he said to you, "Be on such a place on the side of the road, and we'll come and pick you up tomorrow. But you must be there."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 9:30.
9:30 in the morning.
9:30, exactly time. You know the Germans. Yes. So I got back under the bridge to my friend. We started discussing about it. Yes, what should I do? And I said, "Look, I don't know what this is. I don't know where it is. I don't know what is waiting for me." Yes. And I said, "Okay, why you are not going to the place where I was?" Yes. That was a fantastic place with table tennis, with billiard, and with a swimming pool.
So a rehab with a lot of fun.
Yeah. It sounds like a vacation.
Okay.
Yes. And I looked at, okay, my friend, look, I there. I saw you coming from this place, and I saw you 2 hours later. You have the same position than you left. And I'm not going back and to start again with this nonsense. When I was going, I want to change something.
Yeah.
That is why I want to go. I don't want to relax my body so I can continue. Yes, I want to change something. That is in my heart. I said, "What?" And I know this. It's 1 in the morning, 3 o'clock. I said, "Okay, I will go with this guy tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm doing. If it's not good, I'm coming back." So next morning, 9:30, I was on this place, and he picked me up with his bus, and we are going. And we arrived at night at this place.
So
I even don't know.
How many hours away from there did you go?
Yeah, it was no. It's only 3.5 or 4 hours
from Frankfurt.
But from Frankfurt. But we have to stop several places where he stopped. So we was maybe there around, it doesn't matter, around 7, 8. It was March. It was dark. Yeah, so we started, and we are talking on the way there, and a lot of things. I don't want to go exactly in the details. Yes, he asking me what I'm profession, and he said, "Okay, you are my secretary." I said, "What is wrong with you, man?" Yes. But anyway, so we arrived at this place, and up to this time, I even don't know it was a Christian place.
Oh, you didn't know it was Christian?
And he was a pastor. So I get out of this bus, and the first man who came across me, he looked at me and said, "Oh, welcome, brother. Can I pray for you?" So I was shocked. I said, "What do you want from me? Leave me."
Yeah.
Yes. And then I figured out this was a rehab center, was built with a professional people, with people who was addicted, and help people to come out.
The thing was built around ex-colleagues and homeless and everything. Okay.
Even the pastor was an ex-rocker, ex-prisoner.
All right.
So he was a tough man, but Yes. And next day I stood up and I opened the door. I was shocked. I was shocked. It was so worse, this place, that I cannot describe it. But it looks like a chaotic place but normally nobody is living there.
I remember you saying that it was better under the bridge than over there. Yeah.
It looks so. And I knew exactly if we arrived in a, I would not enter the place. I would run away. But anyway, so I thought by myself, okay, you are here. Let's stay. And I don't want to go into details about the bathrooms, all the things. It was so, let's say it was very, very simple.
Okay.
It was very simple. And the whole place, my pastor get this place from somebody at Orten in Germany that is coming from all.
The Red Cross? The Deutsche?
No. They have the on the side. They are fighting all the ways in the 11th century in Jerusalem and all those things.
Okay.
That's coming out from this one. But anyway, so and this community gave it to him for to restore it, but he has not to rent it. Payment was restoration of this place.
Okay.
Yes, and that is not bad if you are addicted to get something to do.
Yes.
So we started to work with this one, and that was an amazing thing. And I really have to say, my gosh, it's the first thing I really was always thinking, no way, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Yes, I'm not willing. But then I said, okay, 6 months, then I'm done. Yes. And I really want, and then I figured out this was a Christian thing. So if you are going, it was like working and praying. That was a whole thing. Yes. Ora et labora, as the Latin says. Yes. So then I figured out these are Christians. So in the morning you have a teaching. In the midday you have worship. In the night you have the prayer time and this daily program. And I always said, if rain is dropping, continue to work something in the stone.
Yes.
It makes a way. And that is what the Bible says. It will work for what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. And so my heart was rebuking everything, just dropped with the word of God, which dropped inside of me, dropped me at the end of the day to the point where, okay, I was starting thinking about what has to happen to come to this place and all the things. Yes, and I said, that is too much. So it's by accident. Yes, and I said, okay, maybe there is something true with this Jesus, because that is the other Jesus which I know from the church where I was as a boy.
Yes.
Yes. And so I said, okay. And that was a moment where I said, okay, I want to have this Jesus. And now I gave my life to him. That was in April, end of April in 1993.
How long were you at the Rehab?
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
4 weeks, and then you made the decision.
4 weeks. 4 weeks dropping. Yes, but then it came. Yes, and then the journey began. Life was done. And so now I'm a Christian. Now I'm saved. Now I'm newborn. Now everything. Yes.
And then
everything is good.
And then a crazy thing happened.
Which? No. It is. But then I realized, hey, you have to change.
Yeah. You had to change. but what I mean by that, how long were you there before he shocked you when he came up to you and he said, we have a mission in Africa and I want you to...
It started in... No. This one started actually in another way.
Oh.
Yes. So I become his secretary.
Oh, you became his secretary?
Yeah. Ollie was a very good pastor. He was a very good preacher. He was a fantastic man of God, I have to say. but it was an absolutely chaotic man when it comes to from organized things. Yeah, so I start to organize his office and all the things what will have to be in a little bit in order in organized. So I started all this stuff. That was what I learned.
Yeah.
That was what I could do. So I started to be the secretary in his office. And we started in one place. Yeah, so we have a desk, and he was sitting on this side, I was sitting on the other side. That was the beginning. Later we get to different rooms, but anyway. So, and then everything continue as it continues normal. So if you go with Christ, with the teaching and all the thing. And then we have one day, we get a letter in English from Uganda. And Ollie was there years ago, and he gave me the letter because Ollie could not speak English, and gave it to me, and can you translate it for me? And during the time I translated this letter, I felt in my heart, this is the place where you have to go. And I'm thinking by myself, okay, now I'm getting crazy. But I kept this inside of me. I'm not talking about it. I never talked to Ollie about it. I talked to nobody about it. I took it only in my heart and said, yes, I will go. That was the decision, the beginning.
Yeah.
Then a few months later, we are going to, at this time, to Toronto for the Toronto blessing in the 19th. So, and we met a friend for him there, and we prayed about it. And during this praying, the Ollie said, okay, now is the time we are going to start a mission work in Uganda. Think about, there's a rehab center, and he wants to send the people from the rehab center
to Uganda,
this addiction people to Uganda to start a mission work.
This is a great plan.
That is so crazy. So we started on the way home, flight home. We started to speak, and he told me what he want to have, what I have to organize, and he told me also the members what he want to send there. And I said, okay, but my name was not mentioned. I said, okay. So I to prepare the people what we have to do about not vacation, injection, what you have to take,
vaccination, and all that thing to go to Africa. Yeah,
this was more than one. But anyway, about what we have to fulfill to go there, and that there was somebody who has a connection. Anyway, long story long, short. So I prepared everything, and one day I said to the Lord, "Okay, Lord, I think I listened in the Lord. I heard it in the wrong way. That was not for me with Uganda. I was done. I had completely peace. It was okay for me."
Yeah.
The next day, so Ollie came over and we crossed and we talked about the center and all the things. And by leaving, he turned around and said, "Hey, by the way, I want to tell you, you are going to Uganda. I need you there."
Wow.
I said, "Okay, Lord." So I did not fail.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the beginning, and I was prepared to Uganda to cut off everything in Germany. I called my parents. I said, "Hey, here's my point. I'm going as a missionary to Uganda." "You are crazy." My dad said, "Oh my gosh, from one thing to the other."
From one extreme to
extreme to extreme. Yes, but he was. I know my parents was happy, so I find a way for myself. They watched me. My dad needed 6 months to visit me at the rehab center because he said he always started, but he never fulfilled it. But now I can see something changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get in the preparation, and I was like it wasn't in the Bible. Don't take a second shirt with you. Don't take money with you, or what you're wearing. You are going.
You just went that like
that. That was my thinking. Okay, we take some clothes with us, but anyway.
Yeah.
So the big thing started, and really, no, there's another story between. Then, short before, it was in July 95. In July 90, somebody of the rehab center, which was a woman, yes, contacted my friend, what I had at this time. And he came to me and it's asking me, hey, what do you think about this lady? She's in love with you. She would know the answer, but she don't old enough to come. And I was like, then I think it's not a bad one. It's a nice woman. I like her.
Yeah.
Yes. And then she came in and okay, we filed a case as an agreement. We want to start. And I told her, hey, look, you know, I'm going to Africa. And I will not stop my decision. I will not change. And I was sick at this time. So I will get out of my bed. She looked at me and said, what you are doing now? I have to go to my pastor. I have to tell him something. So I went to Ollie in the office and looked at him and said, I have to tell you something. What is? I felt in love. He looked at me. Okay. And what is now with Uganda? I said, what do you mean with Uganda? I don't understand the question. I said, if you fell in love, would you go to Uganda always? I said, this is no point. I told her, I'm going in October to Uganda. If you really love me, you know where you find me.
Yeah.
So I packed my luggage and I flew out in October to Uganda. Yes. And we started there. It was an amazing thing.
What Connie's saying, you have to make a quality decision and committed to it no matter what or how hard it is. But like Connie said also, without Jesus, without that Jesus in your life and the power of the Holy Spirit, it is very difficult to actually to make it through. And so we encourage you, if you haven't asked Jesus into your life, then do it today. You know, just believe that he is the Son of God, that he died on the cross, and he did it for you personally. You got to make it personal. It's for you. He loved you before you got into your problem, and he made a way knowing that you would be where you are. So just believe in him and confess him as your Lord and Savior and ask him to come into your life, and then get a hold of a church, of good Christians that understand your situation and are willing to walk with you all the way through the end, just like Ollie did for Connie. And just pray. So pray this prayer. Lord, I'm not perfect. Maybe you feel like you've done bad things. Well, just say, Jesus, forgive me. And he forgives you. And say to him, Jesus, come into my life. Become an active part of my life, and I will serve you with everything that is within me. And pray this in the name of Jesus. And then, like we said, get a hold of a good church, good Christians that understand you. So thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you, Connie, for sharing your story. Thank you for considering becoming a partner with our ministry. You know, for over 35 years now, we have gone to the nations, to over 40 nations now, preaching the gospel. Jesus saves, he heals, he delivers, he baptizes in the Holy Ghost and fire. And of course, we always remind people to live ready because Jesus is coming back soon.
I believe that you are the Son of God. Creo que eres el Hijo de Dios. That you died for me on the cross. Que moriste por mí en la cruz. And that you rose again on the third day. Y que resucitaste al tercer día. I believe. Creo. That you died for me. Que moriste por mí. Be free. Líbrame. Forgive me. Perdóname. All my sins. Todos mis pecados. My confession, Jesus. Mi confesión, Jesús.
Thank you so much to my friends and my partners for your continued support. There are many of you that have been so faithful to us over the years. But I also want to thank those of you that are going to become members with us and come on in a new way. We love you, we appreciate you, and we pray a blessing over your life. God bless you.